And a lot of models want to say, oh, I'm freelance, I book on my own, but you have to have an agency if you want to be considered a professional.
It's like the music industry in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Yeah. And you can book little jobs on the side if you don't have an exclusive contract with an agency, but they're never going to be multi-$1,000 jobs that you would get from a reputable client through an agency. They're not going to, you need that legal backing.
Yeah.
You need someone who's reading and writing contracts on your behalf. If you understand legal jargon, all the more
The connections
power
that they'll
to
have
you.
too.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, in order to get a huge job, you would have to know somebody who knows somebody, and that just puts you in a niche, that's an agency is going to broaden your scope and your connections so much more. So you're going to be more protected. They're going to sift through what I call bottom feeders.
Yeah.
And bottom feeders are people who are out to capitalize on other people's dreams and give you, promises of grandeur and all the steps that you need to do, develop a portfolio, connect with photographers, all the things, give you lessons. But the fact of the matter is, most of it you can do on your own. You don't have to pay somebody else to do. And the biggest thing you need to do is prepare yourself to get into a reputable agency.
Yeah, it makes sense.
How do you do that? What's the ways to prepare?
Great question. So a lot of agencies are accepting people with digitals these days. And a digital is a full length or 3/4 or headshot photograph of you. And it doesn't have to be edited. It doesn't have to be hyper makeup, like crazy makeup and all the other stuff. They want to see you just as you are, a blank canvas, so that you're more marketable to a more diverse array of clients. So that's number one. A good shot of your face and your profile, so frontwards and sideways. And then the full length and everything, and just present yourself as you are.
Any networking aspects of that as well too?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
You know what is so funny? I love my agency. They have treated me like family. I've gotten some huge jobs for them. And I come across people that I think are beautiful and great examples of what a model could be. And I send them in there and it might not be the right time for them. They might not be looking for their look. And so networking doesn't necessarily help. They knew me. It didn't help. But it's just about market trends and what's on demand and how much experience you have. Are you in the right place at the right time? And there's no reason to not keep applying to these agencies. I applied to one agency 4 times out of DC, and then they finally accepted me. And then I decided they weren't booking me the right kind of jobs. They weren't representing me right. And I ended up leaving them anyway.
Wow.
So it's just a matter of the right time. It's timing.
Well, in order
more than
to
anything.
show up at the right place in the right time, you have to be prepared,
Right.
And if you're
Being
prepared, then like if you're not prepared and the right place and the right time comes, then you just missed it,
Yeah.
So it's like showing up. You got to show up every day and
Be your best.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
When you work with an agency, is there a lot of deployed resources they supply you with? Like I don't even know, like nutrition plan? Like, is there anything like that? Or is that all as an independent contractor you have to do on your own and find your own resources for?
No, you're very, very independent. Actually, when I first started with my agency, I remember working so hard trying to reduce my waist size. I have more of an athletic body, so my obliques and my lats like contribute kind of to my waist size. But and they would measure me every time I go in to make sure that I'm exactly what I am representing myself to be, because to the centimeter, it can be very important that you are exactly the size that you say that you are. And so I was working really hard to reduce my waist size, and Donna Baldwin herself stopped me and she said, stop trying to lose weight. Stop. Just be what you are. We want you to be what you are. And then that was my story, but I was already being careful of diet and fitness and trying to be my best, but to go overboard isn't helpful, right? And so I just remember feeling so liberated in that moment and being like, I'm okay. This 1 or 2 inches, I'm okay. And so there was some guidance on makeup, and I remember her telling me, wear less jewelry. You don't need to be like ornate, just be naturally who you are and what you are. And that is funny that we need that reminder so much. I think because we always have these preconceived notions of what is in demand around us, what we should be, or like, all of these ideas. But the fact of the matter is,